Hello everyone, welcome to MirrDa House. Today, I'm going to tell you a story I heard as a child about a party in the sky. Once upon a time, the sky spirit declared that there was going to be a festival celebrating the birds in the animal kingdom. Word quickly spread among the birds that there was going to be a party in the sky. Excitement literally filled the air as birds from all across the kingdom came together to prepare for the festival. As they readied their hall, cleaning, building, and cooking, the food they made was so delicious. It spread a sweet scent through the air, even reaching the forest floor and the creatures that lived there. One creature, with the smoothest shell in the kingdom, totally absorbed in the smell. He was completely distracted and couldn't do anything else but sniff the air all day. The tortoise pleaded with the excited birds to tell him what was going on. They tweeted so much about the party to come, unable to hold back their joy. It didn't bother him that only birds were invited, and he didn't care how excited they were. But when they said it was going to be held in the sky, far up in the air, he was crushed. The birds felt bad for him, for to get to the party, one needs to fly there, and everyone knows the tortoise cannot fly. So seemingly accepting his flightless fate, he asked the birds he met for one feather of theirs, just so he could think of them while they were enjoying their party. It was a weird request, but all over the kingdom he begged, and they gave freely. There is no harm in giving what you have in abundance, right? Meanwhile, all day and all night, the birds worked and prepared for their big party. It didn't matter how tired they were going to do everything they could to make this party one to remember. The day finally arrived. Birds from all over the kingdom flew in, from east, west, north, and south. The sky was full of birds of all kinds and sizes. A list had been made of all who would attend, and it was checked at the entrance. Pigeons, hawks, ravens, eagles, swans, and pelicans showed up. There were parrots, sparrows, falcons, condors, and owls as well. All had worked hard, and all would play harder. In the party hall, all the food was neatly arranged at the center, where everyone could see. The birds were finally going to enjoy the fruits of their labor. Literally, apples, guavas, mangoes, and grapes. The best seeds, nuts, berries, and grain you could ever roast, grill, fry, or bake. The sky spirit was impressed and pleased, taking in all that had been done. But just as they were about to start, they noticed someone was standing at the entrance to the hall. The tortoise, of all creatures, was standing at the entrance. The tortoise? In the sky? With wings? But how? Everyone knows the tortoise cannot fly. When they looked closer, they saw it all. Wings, made with the feathers of every bird present in that hall. He stood proud. And it may not have been for the same reason, but they felt proud as well. What impressed them even more was when they asked to write his name at the entrance. He said, "Everyone. My name is everyone." Well, once he said that, nothing else mattered. He was well received at the cookout. When the excited birds settled, it was finally time. Time to enjoy their hard work. Time to complete the real ceremony. Time to eat. And the sky spirit said, "All is well. Ruffle feathers and make merry. No one should leave this hall hungry, for this food is for everyone." As the birds moved forward to eat, the tortoise stopped them, took a seat in the center, and started eating. Any birds that stepped forward, he would stop them and continue eating. At first, they laughed. It was amusing, but then it got annoying. When they asked what he was doing, he said, "The food is for him, 'cause the food is for everyone, and his name is everyone. It's on the list." Slowly, each of them realized he wasn't joking, gobbling down their food by himself without a care. And when the truth set in, one by one, they began to leave, taking the only thing that belonged to them. The tortoise, on the other hand, continued to eat until he was round like a ball and all the food was gone. Once he was done, he sat back, looked around, and only noticed at that moment that the hall was empty. Even then, he didn't notice what he had done, or even care. But when he got up to leave, standing at the entrance to the hall, he noticed a big problem. The feathers. His wings. Where were his wings? It seems that when the birds left, each of them took the only thing that belonged to them, their feathers. What they had given freely had been used against them. And so, they took them back. Now he knew his wings, they were never his to begin with. He has no wings, and more importantly, he has no way to get back down. For everyone knows the tortoise cannot fly. No one in the animal kingdom knows how it happened. Maybe the tortoise stayed for days, hoping they would come back for him. Maybe he slowly realized they weren't joking at all. Maybe he screamed at the top of his voice, insulting them or pleading with them. No one knows. He was too high up for anyone to hear. But no one will ever forget one sound. They all heard it at the same time. A huge crack that made everyone cringe for miles and miles. All we know is the once smooth shell of the tortoise was never smooth ever again. This is why the tortoise has marks all across its shell till this day, like many segmented pieces painfully put back together. So the next time you see the tortoise, remember, if you are ever invited anywhere, party or not, don't be a glutton. A party doesn't happen with only one person. Don't be a bad guest, because there are laws that guide a host and laws that guide a guest. And don't repay kindness with deceit. Have a nice day.